because you never know if you have another big negative play. You may have to punt this ball, but it would be tough to.
Penix look deep, covered, now pumps, now takes off just to midfield. It's a gain of about 4, but we're looking at maybe 3rd and 10, depending on the spot here, with 3:11 to go. That speed Russian package in for Dan Quinn. Officially 3rd and 11. Big tight end who's like a receiver pitch at the bottom of the screen. 3rd and 11. 4 coming. Putting it up for Pitts. Couldn't bring it in. Chance for the big play. Jeremy Chin the coverage. 4th down. 34 to go. I think they're going to go.
Big play by Chin, no question, and saw this a week ago as well. I think this is the mistake, and this is what Penix is going to have to fix. Not that he didn't make a good ball. He did. That ball has to go up in the air. They have Kyle Pitts and Drake London, 2 of the best contested catch guys, and he really has not taken advantage of that yet in his young career.
Have to get to the 39-yard line. 4th down. Penix fires. Caught! London! Spinning away! Inside the 20! Drake London to the 19-yard line. 31 on 4th and 11.
Mike, here is what gets this guy open. Watch London, this little move at the top of the route here. He's going to sell Sandra Still on that one and create that opportunity. That's the same move he used against the Eagles. He's been using it all night to get open one-on-one on the outside. That is a big-time play.
Teams have combined for 4 of 4 on 4th down conversions. Here we go in the red zone. 2:25 left. Tyler Algier is the back. Ray McLeod coming around. McLeod inside the 10, around the 5-yard line. Pulled out of bounds by the safety, Juan Martin. But Atlanta's in business with 2:20 to go.
Little misdirect here as well. A little just jet sweep on the outside. You got your wide receivers out making plays on the edge. Darnell Mooney, not a big guy out there. Who else was that? I think that was Kadero Hodge outside.
Yep.
Man, this is some drive. He's doing exactly what we talked about, Michael Penix.
Algier and Bijan Robinson there. It's Robinson took the direct snap earlier. Again in the Wildcat at the front. Oh, and the snap goes through his hands. The running back's back to get it to 25. Running for his life, a loss of 22. Jalen Holmes makes the play. They go Wildcat, and they screw it up. Dolman fires it back. The running back can't bring it in.
Now the only question is, was there any opportunity to be able to throw that ball? Because he was out of the pocket, would have just had to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
And he is a lefty, by the way. 2nd and goal from the 26-yard line. Penix back in there. They throw left side again. London with the catch. And they'll have 2 shots from about the 13-yard line.
Isn't that unbelievable? We were talking about it. Was there any chance that he was left-handed? If he's right-handed, it would have been a very hard throw to make. But he's left-handed. The ball gets away from him. Now he's moving out of the pocket. He could have just thrown it to the line of scrimmage. Ball back on the 5.
Story in 2023 about him trying to throw at an event. Guy wears Michael Vick's old Atlanta number. 3rd and goal. Penix looking, throwing, end zone over London. And he knows it. And it's down to 4th and goal with $1:23 to go. Look at Raheem Morris almost coaching up his young guy there. I think you got this.
Oh. That's probably the NASCAR signal, which means he's got his pass rushers in the game here. But boy, that was an opportunity on that one.
Atlanta needs to win to keep control. of the NFC South. Washington's trying to win to get in the playoffs and bring the Rams along with them. 4th and goal. Penix. End zone. Touchdown. Held on to by Kyle Pitts, who does come up with a big play.
Now what do you do?
Kicker's coming on to try and tie the game.
Wow, Michael Penix did exactly what Jaden Daniels did last week. Huge game, end of the year. We've been waiting for a breakout moment, right? We've just been waiting for this out of Kyle Pitts, and both those guys got it done at the same time. Maybe it's a start.
Must get us to tie. Riley Patterson in for Younghoe Koo, who's out with an injury.
Here we go, and magic is made by young quarterbacks. It is something special. A week ago against the Eagles, there it was, 4th and 11, and he went skiing all the way down close to the goal line. Everything on the line here tonight for Michael Penix. 4th down. He converts that one. Now 4th down again. Drill it in there to Kyle Pitts, and the making of a young star potentially happening. Mike, I'm old enough. I can remember Peyton Manning's moments like that, Tom Brady's, Patrick Mahomes. It all starts with something, and those are two pretty special somethings out of these young quarterbacks.
Does Jaden Daniels have one more in a season where he's authored some magic moments this year? Can they get in field goal range? Only need about 35 yards for that. One timeout, 79 seconds to go. Daniels stepping up, got away from one. Evan Katie brings him down for the sack at the 29-yard line. Loss of a yard. Clock turns. Atlanta has 2 timeouts. Final minute. Daniels has 5 in the pattern. Across the middle, incomplete. Fans look for the flag. There is none. McLaurin was the intended receiver.
A.J. Terrell's had one missed tackle down on the goal line for the touchdown. But other than that, he is solid gold out here tonight. And nobody in the NFL, other than Jamar Chase, had a better year than Terry McLaurin has this season. And he's been doing a job on it.
3rd and 10, 55 seconds left. And Daniels throwing in the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Zacchaeus was coming across, and maybe a finger on the ball with Mike Hughes to knock it away. It's a rapid 3 and out.
Oh, man, Mike Hughes. He has been coming off of an injury. I think he either distracted or got just a fingertip. Nope. Went right through. So what had been pretty much a perfect night for Olamide Zacchaeus, couldn't reel that one in, and now it gets interesting.
Atlanta with 2 timeouts. Tress way to kick. Avery Williams standing back at his own 25. Best kick of the night for Way. It's only 60 yards. Williams back at the 10. Brought down at the 19. Tremendous coverage play by Percy Butler. 40 seconds to go. Atlanta 2 timeouts. Coming up, the Chevrolet postgame. Melissa will interview the stars of this game, and we will recap this one and start setting our sights to the final week of the NFL season.
I'll tell you, Mike, I don't want to second guess, but I guess I will be here.
Yeah.
I mean, you want the ball in your hands if you're Washington, or at least they're burning timeouts on the other side. 2 timeouts. Possession of the ball here on a quick 3 and out wasn't good.
40 seconds remaining. Atlanta going with the shotgun. The running backs, Bijan Robinson, and Penix is dropping back and throwing downfield, and a comeback with Mooney at the 45-yard line. He is inbounds. Inbounds, so Atlanta has to take a timeout. And they don't.
And it doesn't matter. They're going after Michael Davis.
21 seconds left. 17 seconds left. Penix again firing to Mooney. Incomplete, trying to come out of his break. And now they're down to 12 seconds and they probably need about 15 to 20 yards. Again, like the first half, the timeout not taken.
Yeah, and especially when you had the bonus one to play with, right? Be one thing if you'd be down to no timeouts. You've got 2. Plenty of time, though, to work the middle of the field, call the quick timeout. That's probably where I'd be going at this point. Although I will say, nobody's been better in this one than Drake London running those out routes.
Somewhere around 18 yards will give him a realistic shot to Patterson with a kick. And they got to pick it up first. Penix, middle of the field, incomplete, no flag. Receiver down, looking for a call. Now we're down to 7 seconds remaining.
This has got to be really quick. And you have to tell these receivers as well. Catch, down, call timeout.
You see Igbenogany and London, they catch feet. Entangled feet's not pass interference. Again, they only have 7 seconds left. They need to run a route long enough for the first down, get down or out of bounds. 3rd and 10.
And everybody on the field has to call timeout.
And now
timeout.
Atlanta takes a time. Well, in the first half, they let 20 seconds run off the clock. Here, it is 16 seconds from earlier, not using the timeout. And it's taken here with 7 left.
Yeah, time management wasn't great on either side. To create the opportunity and to now have the opportunity. Yeah, but all it takes is one little 20-yard completion, get down, call the timeout, but it is tight at 7 seconds.
We'll get into all the tiebreaker scenarios for the playoffs in case this game ends in a tie once we get to overtime. We got those here for you. We'll get them to you if necessary. 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Play killed. Play killed with the offside.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 97. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So the play kill puts the second back on the clock at 7.
But that helps.
Yep.
Because now you're talking about, you know, a 12-yard throw, and if it's a vertical route and not a lot of down and in and running across the field, I think you can hit something quickly here.
You want to try to get in field goal range with this shot? Do you think you can get to the 35 in 6 seconds?
I do.
Okay.
But it's got to be straight down the field. It's got to be somebody like Kyle Pitts or Drake London take advantage of their size and get down.
3rd and 5. Washington brings heat. Penix steps up, grabs it again, throws incomplete. Flag down. 2 seconds left and a flag down. So what will the call be? And will it be pass interference and down where the infraction happens, which gets close to field goal range? Big conversation here.
It was close. There was clearly a foul.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. Ball's placed in the spot of the foul. 1st down.
And the spot of the foul looks like it's around the 36, which would make the field goal 54 yards. Let's see where they put it down. Here comes Patterson. They see the replay on the screen, and the fans go crazy.
This has been all about going after Michael Davis. It didn't matter where he was on the field or who the receiver was. They were going to go after him. Not here, not here, not here. This is where it's going to happen, right there.
So they mark it at the 38. This is a 56-yard field goal from Riley Patterson. It's his 3rd team this year. In for Younghoe Koo because of injury, with an opportunity to keep Atlanta in control of its playoff hopes.
Looks like the wind has settled.
There is Younghoe Koo, who's been the man who's hit a lot of big pressure kicks for Atlanta. At the back end of his range would be a career best for 56 for the win. Riley Patterson has it on the way. It's online. Is it long enough? No! short, and the game goes on.
Dead straight, just didn't have enough.
We're so used to watching the Brandon Aubreys of the world hit the middle of the upright from 61 today. Patterson, as I said, his fifth team, his third team this year. He's kicked a game for the Jets, a game for Cleveland. This is his second game for the Falcons. Raheem Morris didn't have the guy who could get it all the way there. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders still have a chance to go to bed tonight in the playoffs, as this Washington team had a big third quarter. Point toss time.
To get the ball. Unless there's a touchdown or a safety scored, that'll end the game. Each team's going to get 2 timeouts. Fourth quarter timing rules apply. There's no coaches' challenges. All the replays come from upstairs. Atlanta, you're the visitor. What's your call? Heads. Heads is called. Heads is called. It's a tail. You win. You want the ball which way? Which way you want to kick? Flip around.
Bijan Robinson, huge first half, limited in the second half, but the 2 Atlanta touchdowns put them on top. They had a 17-7 lead late second, but Jaden Daniels was the star of the second half. 2 touchdowns. You see his total of 280 yards. Meantime, the other rookie starter, Michael Penix Jr., 223, the game-tying TD with a $1:19 left. Riley Patterson short on the 56-yard field goal. Overtime begins with a Pinion touchback, and Washington will get it at the 30-yard line. So we go to overtime. Washington scores a touchdown on this drive. They are in the playoffs, so too are the Rams. If they don't score a touchdown on this drive, next score wins. We get to a tie situation. Atlanta loses control of the South. It's Washington and the Rams get in the playoffs. Jaden Daniels begins from the 30-yard line. Movement, back him up 5.
Ball start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Here's the with a tie scenarios as we go through this overtime. If we go all 10 minutes, there's the Commanders clinching, the Falcons lose control of the South, the Bucks would clinch next week. They play New Orleans, and the Rams' strength of victory. Remember, the number was 3.5 in terms of wins. Well, that's the 0.5. They would get a tie. It would be enough that they would clinch strength of victory over Seattle. Daniels taking off, running for about 6 or 7 yards. They'll mark him at the 32-yard line. On first down, a good pickup, gets rid of the penalty yardage.
Well, the one thing you know, Jaden Daniels certainly knows how to deal with pressure. He's been doing it all season long, and I thought the final drive that he put together against the Eagles last week was as impressive as anything I've seen from a young quarterback in a while.
Especially for a guy who had turned it over 5 times in the game.
And threw an interception, a bad one, right before that drive.
2 backs in there. McNichols is the motion man. Daniels throws middle, first down. Punt at the 41-yard line. So Zach Ertz has got his 4th catch of the night.
Sometimes it's just so nice to have those old heads in there. You know, guys, you just know he's made that play in the Super Bowl. He's made catches like that in clutch moments, and those are the guys you go to here.
768 catches in his terrific career.
55.
42-yard line. Daniels pulls it, takes it, jukes, gets 7 to the 49-yard line before Nate Landman brings him down.
As a defense, you are trying to squeeze the runner in. Watch them squeeze the box in here on Jaden Daniels, and he still got through it, right? That's perfect defense, and he still picks up 6.
It's Washington's first overtime game of the year, 2 for Atlanta. They beat Tampa, dramatic fashion early in the season. Kirk Cousins was as sharp as ever in that game. Inside give to Brian Robinson. Not going anywhere. Grady Jarrett's big arms waiting to throw him down. Third down coming up.
Yeah, this is the big play here for sure. Boy, everybody's going to have some real decisions depending on what happens here. You get it down to 4th and 1, what do you do? But you also have a chance now, if you're Atlanta, to try and bring some of that pressure that's been working so well. Caden Ellis at the top of your screen into the line of scrimmage.
McCaffrey in motion, 3rd and 2. Here's Jared on a jailbreak. Daniels outruns them all. Got the first down. Still going. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. 16. The great eraser. The quarterback's ability to take off.
But Grady Jarrett, no chance. And then you got Matthew Judon, no chance. And those are some of the really good players in the league.
And this is a big pressure moment. He looks like he's just practiced, huh? Just step out over here, man.
It's a glide. It's not a run. It's not moves. It's a glide.
Most in this rookie season, 115 yards in the game. Punishing Chris Rodriguez is back in the game as a running back. Daniels inside throw in tight space for Ertz. He's got it at the 30-yard line. Terry McLaurin told us one thing in the maturation process. Daniels knows the spots where he's got to throw the ball so it's safe. And he had Ertz down low.
But it's so frustrating when the quarterback takes off. I think that was a catch.
His wife, Julie Ertz, the great soccer player, be very proud of that, controlling the ball with the knee and the leg.
That was close.
Able to keep it in there. Well done. 2nd and 6 in the 30. Daniels looking left. That's Rodriguez on the backfield, first down. Top to the 20-yard line. Chris Rodriguez, who's given them a lot here tonight in this second half. Commanders have it in the red zone.
Mike, this looks a whole lot like Philadelphia, doesn't it? I mean, it was just this. A couple of runs, a couple of bing, bing, bing. Down the field, short, accurate throws. Nothing looked too hard. And then he threw a touchdown pass to win it.
They have not been to the playoffs since 2020. That year they were under 500, but division champs. Here trying to get an 11th win and return to the postseason. Brian Robinson inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Jesse Bates with the tackle. Tired defense for Atlanta. They face 73 plays here tonight.
A lot of that misdirection, a lot of that pulling of offensive linemen opposite of the way you're going to go with the RPO.
Chris, again, Washington doing this with their backup center, their backup right tackle, 2 offensive linemen injured here tonight. 2nd and 6. Design run. Daniels cuts it up. Got the first down. It's 1st and goal, Washington. Just inside the 8-yard line. They won the toss, and Atlanta may never touch it.
Again, pulling the 2 linemen out in front, but really, Jay Daniels didn't use either one of them. This game is on him, and that's what he was doing. What did Dan Quinn say? The biggest pressure moment I saw him in early in the year, and I look over at him, and he's got this huge smile on his face like he can't wait. Same look.
All the way down to 4:20 to go here in overtime. Daniels again running, this time to the left. The entire Falcon team said enough of this. T. Alford over to make the stop.
Well, and I'm going to disagree with that style of play. As the quarterback, there's no reason for you to tuck the ball away. You want the defensive backs to have to back up into the end zone. You don't want to block those guys. Make them back up, and as a quarterback, all you have to do is hold the ball up in the passing position.
Lots of exchanging of personnel here for Washington. And this clock is tumbling down fast here in overtime. Rodriguez, the back. Playoff just in time. Daniels pumping, looking to take off. Daniels on the run at the 5. Stiff arm. Daniels down at the 2. Justin Simmons the tackle. 3rd and goal. 3:20 left. He's got a timeout. You can take it because you get 2 here in overtime. You want to get organized and let him catch his breath? You can use one.
I don't have any more words. Whirling dervish is maybe all I got left. There he is, and it looked like he was going to score, but great job by Simmons to come over and make that block to give the Falcons a chance.
Great timeout here. Dan Quinn's going to clock run down. Jaden Daniels is just catching his breath here. Going to get this timeout. 2:45 to go. Because again, if this game does end up in a tie, Washington gets in the playoffs. So just kind of playing it out. Timeout, 2:45 to go.
You talk about resume builders. He goes into Philadelphia last drive and has a perfect drive there. And then we're to come back in this one against Atlanta and put win number 11 on the board. What can't he do? It is a long couple of yards, though.
Washington not only trying to find their way in the playoffs, but if they win and the Rams get in as well, it gives Washington control for the 6th seed if they win next week.
Mike, what you have here is your best two-point play. Whatever that is, you've practiced this all year.
3rd and goal from the 2. It is Jaden Daniels, end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Zach Ertz takes Washington into the playoffs. Hang on a minute, they got to look at it. Hang on a minute, they're going to look at it. Just to confirm it first. Did it hit the ground? Let's look.
The touchdown is confirmed. The game is over.
He's got it. And you've got Washington and the Rams in the playoffs. Jaden Daniels has done it again.